Morning everyone, coming down here to the office, getting some fertilized prices for 28 dry fertilizer. We haven't booked any of that yet. It's almost the end of the year, so trying to get that taken care of. After that, I think we're going to go over to one of the grain bins. I think we're going to take down that big swing away auger and clean out that drive over and probably make a video on that while we're doing that. So it's kind of what we got going on today. It's supposed to start raining here this afternoon, but if it doesn't, we might be able to do finished beans tomorrow and Saturday, but I think it's supposed to rain. Alright, I'm just heading over here to the grain bins. Been talking about the fertilizing stuff most of the morning, but heading over here now. Trey and Dad are with me today. They just went to go eat lunch. Sending me out here to do all this work by myself with no lunch. Nah, I'm kidding. I ate before I came over here and stayed at home. Almost forgot how bad those looked. Just not going to throw those away. These are still the sample we had from the beans that were 23% damaged. And I just spilled them everywhere. And this building hasn't been cleaned out since probably since the end of last harvest, so be a good job for Trey, clean all the trash. In this cabinet we keep various things, but we also keep the top shelf full of snacks and lunch and stuff like that. That's right, I about said the S word. Trying to curve the cussing a little bit. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is that realistic, or would you rather me just let them fly? Because sometimes we cuss like sailors. I just don't put them in here. Alright, that tractor should have warmed up enough by now, so go ahead and get it out, get it over here. Dad's got the chains to pull that plate off of that pit, so I kind of got to wait on him, but I figured while they were eating I could at least get everything ready. Alright, I got one chain. Unfortunately, I need two more. Hey guys, while I was waiting on Dad and Trey, I was checking the comments on some of the YouTube videos and responding to a few. Just want you to know, I mean, this isn't really farm related, I guess, but just wanted you to know that like this person here just and I guess they commented in the video, but they kind of shouted out their own channel. I don't care if you do that. I mean, it doesn't bother me one bit. I mean, the more comments my video gets, the more it helps me. So I mean, it really doesn't matter to me one way or another. I just want you to know that YouTube though will typically put that in my spam folder, and your comment won't be public, and so I don't usually see that. I just happened to notice this one this time. But so if you comment and you don't see it on the video, I didn't delete it. It was probably just put in the spam file. One thing I'm going to do before it's supposed to rain here in a few hours. Imagine that, hasn't rained for like 3 days. But one thing I'm going to do before it rains is try to put some of this flex shot sealer around the doors and windows of this building we use for a test house. This is just a pre-made building, and it's leaked ever since we got it, so try to do that. This stuff says as seen on TV, so it's got to be great. Tell you what, I got a buddy of mine who also has a YouTube channel. His channel's called MT Homes. This is one of my best friends, and he's a contractor. I'm gonna have to ask him some advice on this, because I can't imagine that this building would be leaking like around a door seal like that. They're designed to not leak there, so I don't know. But I'll put a link to his channel here or somewhere. He's probably got a video on what would cause this. I don't know.
Truck out of the way! Rat! Kill it! Kill it! Must be dead. He's dead! Whatever it is dead! Try to get ready to play whack-a-mole. Hit it! Yeah, it's dead.
On today's episode of Feeding George,
Woo. Yeah, a lot of water. Oh, man, that's gonna stink. Woo!
Now we gotta take all that corn out of here so that doesn't rot and just gets to stinking and whatnot, and take it out of here. We gotta crank up this swing away auger so water doesn't sit in it like it is right now. Got some whiskey right there, don't we?
Yeah, buddy. Don't bring it. A little loaded around here so I can catch that. Gotta scoop that out in the bucket.
Alright guys, I've had several people ask about our drive over. It's a little bit different than most drivers because we just throw a swing away auger in a hole, and then we built this platform to sit down on top of the swing away auger so we can just drive the trucks right over top of it instead of having to get out and move the auger and then move it to leave and all that good stuff. So I figured while we had it out of the hole, it'd be a good time to show how it's built, and I guess our design, we did kind of build it from scratch, I guess. But Dad, you did most of the welding on it. But.
Well, we just poured slab concrete, but this is too high. It came out just right for this conveyor or auger swing around. I made a frame that sits down on top of the blocks or the concrete, and the swing away fits inside, as you can tell when we put it in there. Put a grate for the hole, then we put a half-inch steel plate over top of it, and it just makes it a whole lot better just driving through it. You don't have to pull the truck in all the time. It just makes it a whole lot easier. Down at the other farm we had one made about the same way.
It was poured. If you notice this one, these are just concrete blocks on top of this slab. They're not poured or anything, they just have gravel in them. We kind of wanted to make this to where if we decide to put a leg in the future, this facility's only been here 3 years, so we didn't really know what the future would hold for how we would expand, so we wanted to make it to where we could tear it out pretty easy. But I mean, it's holding pretty well like this. These pieces of angle iron, these sit up against the blocks to put pressure on the outside to keep it from caving in. So far it's worked pretty good. When we put the auger down in here, there's just enough room for these two 2x4s to sit on each side, kind of get the spacing right. And then that's pretty much it, I guess, on how we built it. What do you think we got in it, Dad? We've probably got a couple $1,000s of metal, don't we?
Oh, it was just metal I had laying around, but if you bought new, I expect that biggest thing would be that plate probably. Yeah. You wouldn't have, if we was making it permanent, we'd pour the walls probably and form it up and pour a slab of concrete over top of it, and maybe put grate over it, but you got to get it so you can take the auger out to clean out there like we're doing now, so it's kind of got to come off the top there. But if you can make it, put a grate in it, would be just as easy, probably easier than this. But for now, that's what we're doing, and someday we'll put a leg up and we'd have this, and we'd have to tear it all out. But anyway, it's just nothing permanent.
Yeah, this is just blue rock. It's sitting on, I think there was 4 truckloads of blue rock to get the angles just right. So I mean, right there's $1,500 in gravel, I guess. But I mean, you could probably just about buy one of them, I think they're called the Gulp drive over conveyor for about the same money, in all honesty. But this is kind of how we wanted to do it, so this is how we did it. But if you got any more questions on it, just let me know. But now we're gonna get back to clean this thing up. That's that piece of angle iron I was talking about. That way, once it lines up, everything's in the right spot. That way, like I said, it puts pressure on them blocks to keep it from caving in. Now to pick up the plate, those are just U-bolts under the plate. That way, we've got something that we can pick up. And then whenever, to help it line up, they straddle these cross members on the frame. So whenever if they won't fall down, you know you don't have it in the right spot. That's obviously the cutout for the swing away auger where it comes up at an angle.
Right now you can see it's off a little bit from being where it needs to be, but
he should be able to bump it with the with the backhoe and get her where everything lines up just right.
one of the U-bolts.
That thing go down trailers, go down, lean it back, pick it up, pick it up. Fast. Now it's getting good.
Well, this isn't set down here like it's supposed to. It's overlapped a little bit. There you go. Oh.
Now taking that thing in and out of there also helps when you have an operator. I hear Dad's not too bad at it. And it's raining again. Surprise, surprise. Alright guys, it pretty much rained all day, so that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brian's Farming Videos and Facebook at Brown Farms, and we'll see you in the next video.